Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I hope that you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jarrell, and in today's video we are going to be testing out a new foundation, something that has been completely hyped up, and I want to see why are people loving this foundation so much. And this is the GlossierStretch Fluid Foundation, and I have mine in the shade medium 3, and we are also going to be testing out this concealer from YSL, and this is the All Hours Precise Angles Concealer. And I know that it's super random to put these two together, but they are new to my collection and I just want to test them out for you. I have already tried the YSL concealer, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I am not 100% sure, so we're going to be testing it out and doing a wear test. It is 2:26 in the afternoon right now, so I'm going to stretch it out as much as I can, and I wanted to put this video out for you guys just in case you want to take advantage of that Sephora VIB sale that is going on right now. If you are Rouge, you get 20% in discount. If you are a VIB, you get 15% discount, and if you are an insider, then you get 10% discount. I am going to link everything that I'm going to be using for today's video down below, the shades and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with the video, but before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. You can also like this video because that definitely helps out my channel so much. You can also click on the little bell that will notify you whenever I upload a new video, which is every single week. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so first things first, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell, but I'm super excited because I do have a new camera lens. And I'm really excited to be able to edit this video and see the difference in quality. I don't know if it's going to be a huge difference for you guys, but I'm really excited to play with this. And because of that, I did have to also change the settings of my lightings. So just bear with me. I'm trying to do the best that I can. I'm not very technical when it comes to lightings and cameras and settings and all of that. I have to do my homework, my research. Bear with me. I am trying to do the best that I can and just changing my settings because I want to be able to translate exactly how I see my skin in true life to camera. Of course, you know, because I use artificial lighting, it is going to be like a little bit challenging, but that is always my goal, to show you like how the skin really looks in real life, because at the end of the day, when we are testing foundations and concealers, that is very important to me. So let's go ahead and get into the foundation application. I'm going to do my brows later. This foundation again is from Glossier, and I got mine in the shade medium 3, and here we have the packaging, super nice and chubby, super cute. It does have a pump. So here we have it on the Sephora website, and you can see the shade range for this foundation. It retails for $34. So the highlights of this foundation is that it is a long-wearing, cruelty-free, medium coverage with a natural finish. So again, it's a hydrating gel cream foundation that nourishes the skin with a buildable light to medium coverage with a natural to you finish. So here we have the YSL concealer, and this retails for $38. Here we have the shade range for the concealer. So the highlights of this concealer is it's a creamy, creaseless, full coverage concealer designed with a unique multi-use applicator with a natural soft matte finish, up to 24-hour wear and hydration. And here we have the one for the concealer, just so you guys can see it. All right guys, so I went ahead and prepped my skin off camera already, so I am ready for the application of the foundation, and this is how it looks. So really nice and thick. It's not very runny. It does have that jelly consistency. I'm going to apply a little bit of this foundation with my fingers first. I do have a little breakouts here around my nose that are still healing from last week. My grays are going to be gone tomorrow. Finally, it is my hair appointment. I'm so excited for that. So I'm going to just do half of my face first. So that's how much I apply. I might have applied a little bit too much. I do have a little bit of discoloration around my mouth. On my cheekbones, I do have some sunspots as well. I'm going to drag it down my neck. All right, so it's giving me a medium coverage right away. It's definitely giving me a little bit of a glow, but not too much. It's more of a natural finish. I really do like that. and it feels really nice and like super lightweight as well on the skin. The foundation spread out so nicely, so I think that I use way too much, but it is going to be able to cover my whole entire face. But what do you guys think so far? So here is the side with the foundation and no foundation. I'm going to use the rest of the foundation what I have on the back of my hand to apply it to the rest of my face. And I have been obsessed with these brushes right here from BK Beauty. They're so good. I want to order more of the foundation and concealer brushes just because I use them a lot. And by the way, this is a really nice match for my skin tone. Again, this is in the shade medium 3. So here we have the foundation, and I do gotta say that the shade match, it's a really nice one for my complexion. Again, it is in medium 3. I really do like it, and I do really like the coverage that it gives me right away, which is a solid medium coverage. I can still see my skin peeking through, like my sunspots, especially the dark ones right here on the very top, definitely are peeking through, but they're being disguised. It looks really nice and healthy. It's not emphasizing my pores at all, which is really nice as well, but I can still see the redness peeking through right here around my nose. It's definitely showing a little bit more of my freckles on my nose as well. So the coverage is definitely going to be like a medium coverage right away, not full coverage. I don't want to build it up too much just because I really am satisfied with the coverage that it's giving me. I do enjoy a really nice medium coverage. Let me just build it up for you guys just a little bit, but this is definitely something that I would not be doing like off camera. I'm going to just really focus that on the outer part of my face and just bringing whatever is left on my finger inside, especially on this little breakouts that I have here. So here we have the foundation, and I built it up right here as you saw, and I do feel like it actually made a difference in covering the sun spots that I have here. Not fully, but definitely a better coverage overall, and it still feels lightweight. And so let me just get a little closer so you guys can see it. Right, so now moving on to the concealer. I'm going to apply it in the very inner part of my eye and right here. So I do feel like I have to dip again to add more coverage, and I do feel also that it's a little sheer. Like I actually do have to build it up to be a full coverage. And I'm also going to add a little bit of this concealer around my nose where I do have some redness, and around my mouth. See, like it already dried out and I have to go back in. Again, going back in. And the concealer is in the shade LW1. The concealer does have a shelf life of 6 months and it's made in France. So the foundation, I don't think I told you guys, but it's made in the USA and it does have a shelf life of 12 months. So now I am going to blend this concealer, and I can definitely get away with not setting this concealer just because the finish of it, it's matte. It's not like an offensive matte, but it's definitely mattifying comparing to other concealers that I have been using. And this is the BK Beauty 109 brush. I gotta say that I actually kept this concealer on for quite some time on the skin, as I was just trying to look at the little tiny lettering for the concealer to see where it was made. Same thing for the foundation. And I do gotta say that it just blended out very, very nicely. So I am so happy that I am testing out this concealer again, because I do gotta say that I wasn't like so in love with it when I first tried it, but the coverage of this concealer is really beautiful, and I love, especially for my oily combination skin, I love that it's more of a mattifying concealer, and it just blended out so nicely, even though I kept it on the skin for quite some time. And this concealer, it's a little bit lighter than the foundation, so it's like the perfect combo in my opinion. But what do you guys think? So here's the skin with the concealer and foundation. Alright guys, let me go ahead and just do the rest of my makeup with you guys. I'm going to use my Givenchy powder. I'm just going to speed this through. Alright guys, so it is 3:13 in the afternoon right now, and this is how the makeup looks with the foundation and concealer. And I am going to get in my car right now and drive to pick up my kids, so I am going to do a little video with natural lighting so you guys can see it, and I'm going to be checking throughout the day and give you my final thoughts at the end of the day. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the wear test. Alright guys, so it is 9:44 at night, and I do gotta say that this is it for me. I'm not going to be wearing this foundation and concealer anymore. I just want to wash off my face and edit this video so I can have it for you guys tomorrow. So I have worn this foundation for about a little bit over 6 hours, and I can pretty much have an idea of how this foundation is going to go. Don't worry, because I will continue on testing this foundation as well as the concealer, and I will have an updated video for all of the makeup products that I have been testing out, and those are usually like my quick updated reviews kind of videos that I do have here on my channel. So let's go ahead and start with the foundation and just give you my overall first impressions when it comes to this foundation after wearing it for 6 hours. I have not touched up. I have been busy doing things around the house, and it is pretty hot still here. It's like 85 87 degrees outside, so it's still pretty hot and humid. And I do gotta say that this foundation looks absolutely beautiful. Just the fact that my husband said, you look very pretty today. Did you do something with your hair? And I'm like, my hair is up in a ponytail. What? So I know that he was really complimenting on my skin just because it's a very natural makeup that I have, and he absolutely loves this type of looks, very natural. But the skin looks really nice, beautiful, hydrated, but it's not overly oily, and that is very surprising for me just because I usually tend to have a lot of oils coming through already around this time with any other foundations that I have been testing out. Obviously during the summer months it's going to be a little bit different just because it's a lot more humid outside, it's a lot hotter outside, but even so this foundation is holding up and it looks absolutely gorgeous on the skin. You can see that the bronzer and the blush is still very much there. It's not settling into any of the pores that I have around my nose and between my brows, where usually foundations like to settle in, especially if it's a foundation that is going to feel a little bit heavy by this time of the night. So after 6-7 hours of wear, usually foundations will start showing their true colors, just really settling in between my brows. But this foundation is definitely not doing that. I don't think that it's like super matte right now, of course, like I had it when I first applied it. So I do feel like it's a little bit oily right here, but not offensive whatsoever. I do feel like the foundation is missing a little bit here on my chin, which is a totally normal for a foundation as well. So I am going to just touch up just a little tiny bit right here on my nose, where I do see a little bit of oil right here as well, just because there is a bit of shine, and as well as my chin. And there you have it, my friends. It is pretty much like reset and ready to go, and it's looking absolutely beautiful. I think that this foundation, the fact that it gives me a medium coverage that is buildable, it feels very hydrating, jelly like when you first apply it to the skin. It spreads out very beautiful. So I only needed just like maybe 2 pumps to cover my whole entire face, and I did apply it with a brush. The fact that I do not have any primer, this foundation is really nice. I'm really excited to try it again, and of course report back to you guys in the near future, of course. But I think that this foundation, it's really beautiful. Now when it comes to the concealer, I do gotta say that my under eyes are looking so good. I am so happy that I actually tested it out again. It's not settling into any of my fine lines, but I do feel like the darkness is speaking through, so it is wearing off a little bit in the very inner corner of my eye. But Again, there's no creasing. None of the concealer is settling into any of the fine lines that I have here. Is not emphasizing the texture. I do have texture right here in the inner part of my eye, and it is not being emphasized. I do feel like the concealer and also concealer and foundation really didn't last right here around my nose, and that again is very normal. Like the redness is definitely peeking through, but not too bad. But that is the only like part of my face that I do feel like it's just pretty normal for me for the redness to come through, as well on my chin. Just those are the areas that really foundations do not last on me, or concealers. But the concealer under the eyes is looking really beautiful. Like the coverage is still there, maybe like 90% of the coverage is still there, because again I can see the darkness peeking through right here in the inner corner. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but the fact that it's not creasing is looking really nice and smooth. It does not feel heavy whatsoever, and I'm really glad that I didn't wear any mascaras today, just because I can really just focus on the concealer and not adding another product, especially mascaras that tend to run on me. So I was going to use this one right here, which I think is waterproof. I have to check it again, but I decided not to, just because I wanted to just test the concealer out for itself, and this concealer, it did not disappoint. But yeah, I'm going to continue on using these two products. I will definitely report back to you, but I think that if you guys are interested in trying a new concealer, which is YSL, remember that is plastic, it's not glass, but it gives you like the whole luxe feel based on the packaging. It is a really nice, beautiful concealer, especially if you're looking for something that's a little bit more natural, leaning a little bit more matte, or if you are looking for a new foundation, or you heard so many people just talking about this foundation, you actually wanted to see it maybe in someone that is close to your skin tone, around the same age, you know, similar kind of vibes. Maybe I was able to help you with your decision today, but I am going to link everything down below. But yeah guys, that is it for this video for today. I hope that it was helpful. Thank you so much for your love, your time and support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you next time.